Yeah, can I get a snow cone? Welcome to another episode of Homemade How-To, where we show you how to make costumes and props out of just stuff from around the house.
We're getting ready for our homemade Frozen trailer, and today we're going to show you how to make a homemade Olaf puppet.
So we're going to start off with the body of Olaf, and we're going to use foam.
And for the body, we were thinking of using cardboard, but we just got a rug, so there was this awesome tube here, and we figured this would be really great for the base that the hand will go throughout the whole puppet.
So if you look at the design of Olaf, his head is actually the same size as the rest of his body. Like, let's say you want to make it to fit on your arm, your hand is going to be his head, so you want to exclude that. That's going to be your halfway point. Right here will be like about how big you want to make it.
We're making ours a little larger, actually significantly larger for our homemade trailer. The scale of it is about the size of a torso. All right, we've got our two body pieces. So now it's time to put the foam on. So take our tube and we're gonna kind of roll a bit right over it. We're gonna do 2 layers of that so that he's nice and fat.
So once you get the bottom half all rolled up with the foam, you're gonna want to do the exact same thing to the top half. We're gonna wrap these with fabric.
We found some incredible fleece.
Let's do the bottom half first. Leave a little bit of fabric at the top and the bottom of this tube.
You don't need needle or thread for any part of this puppet. And that glue tends to get really hot, so just watch your fingers.
Okay, so now we're going to tuck all of this fabric into the inside of the tube to create the shape of the bottom part of Olaf's body, and Bianca just burned herself with hot glue.
After I told everyone to wash their hands.
We're gonna use tape just to make it a little bit more secure. You're gonna do the exact same thing with the smaller top half. You're gonna wrap that in the same fabric with the exact same technique.
Olaf's body comes apart in different pieces.
Head comes off.
The head comes off and all that. And so we're gonna put a bit of Velcro on the inside so that it sticks together and it becomes one body when we need it to be one body.
Yay!
I like that sound.
It's a good sound. It's very satisfying. Hey, it's Olaf!
Wait a minute, he's missing his head.
He's missing his head. Let's do his head.
To build the head, we are going to use Tupperware.
The first thing we have to do is cut the bottoms of all of these off. Cover this with some gaff tape, just so we don't cut ourselves. Our next step is going to be attaching the middle and the bottom piece to each other. So now we have the pieces glued together, and we're going to cut a hole for the mouth for the puppet mechanism. Okay, so we have an opening there. We're going to create the top part of the head. So we need a piece of cardboard for that. Use this guy.
Oh, I'm sorry. This piece wasn't good enough. Each piece of cardboard is hand-picked from the finest boxes.
He has kind of an overbite, like a Simpsons overbite. So I'm including his cheekbones, because he does have cheekbones that stick out.
We're gonna attach this large mouthpiece onto the top of that head.
Cool. We're gonna need to cut a hole for something later, which is gonna be the eyes. So the next step is we have the Tupperware top that we're gonna use for his head. Like I said, he has kind of an underbite. Now I want to make this a little bit smaller. All right, so now we've got the bottom jaw, which is going to go like in there somewhere. We're going to make a little strap for our thumb.
We're going to use a bit of elastic.
And
Oh, we're going to put a little strap on the inside.
we are going to put a little strap on there.
The front of Olaf's head is a little bit flat in the front, so we're going to make a panel that the eyes will go on for that.
And he's ready for eyes, and I'm going to show you guys how to make some really awesome, really simple linking eye mechanisms. So let's go to the overhead. We're going to need a wire coat hanger, a piece of cardboard, some of our fabric, a scrap of that, and of course we're going to need some eyeballs, some googly eyeballs. I love these things. And these are the same ones that I used on Brian for our homemade Family Guy, so check that out. And we're going to need to make a base for the eyes. And then you're going to take coat hanger. And we're just gonna straighten this out with our needle nose pliers. Okay. Kind of find the middle. It doesn't have to be exact. You're gonna just bend the wire in half. So we're gonna just bend it that way, and then do the same for the other side. Kind of create a T. This is where we're gonna make use of the corrugation in the cardboard. Feed the wire through all the way to there. Okay, I'm gonna create wire eyelids that go over this. Bend it down to meet our trigger. Cut this excess off here. Do the same thing for the other side. And you'll notice that the trigger is on the bottom and the eyelids are on the top. Now we're gonna put eyelids on these guys. So, get our extra fabric here. We're gonna trace all the way around. To flip the eyes over, and you're going to glue the fabric to the back of the cardboard. Now we're going to attach the end of the fabric to the eyelids, to the wire, and then fold the fabric over the wire. Okay, and you're going to do that for the other side. And there you go. That is the blinking eye. And I think I'm just gonna temporarily attach these eyes in here for the rest of the demo, but there you go. We have our googly eyes here, and we're going to attach them to our head. Cut a hole through the faceplate and through the head so that we can run this trigger switch into the inside of this head.
Olaf, I think you're ready for foam.
Whoa!
We've got a nice sheet of foam.
Okay, let's do it.
What happened to Ben?
Shh.
We're gonna put some foam from here and kind of wrap it around the back, so it's from corner to corner of the mouth.
We're going to attach the bottom jaw directly to the foam.
All right, we gotta cover this upper lip with some foam.
This is way, way, way too thick, so we're gonna be trimming this down. All right, so he's all ready to get wrapped, and what we're gonna use is the same material that we used for the body. So we're gonna do the top of his head first.
We cut slits in the front piece so that the eyelids can poke on through.
And wrap him pretty much like a present, trying to get as few seams in here as possible.
You just kind of want to eyeball it and wrap it around.
You know, feel free to play around with it.
For the inside of the mouth, we were going to use felt, but then we found this t-shirt that was the perfect color. We are ready to wrap the front of his mouth with some fabric.
Open the mouth as wide as we would like it to go. Wrap the fabric around.
So this little bit, the fabric that you see right there, that actually has to be there because you're going to need that extra fabric for when he opens his mouth to speak. All right, it's time to make the nose. And for the nose, we're going to use this styrofoam cone.
Carve it, and then we're going to wrap it up in tape. All right, we got our nose made here. It's time to spray paint it.
All right, come on, Carrot. For the arms and the antenna, we're going to use a regular old wire coat hanger. He's got 3 fingers on each hand and then a little bit of a thumb. We're going to cover the wire with little bits of pieces of gaff tape. As you're covering it, you want to make sure that you kind of make it really loose. It looks a little more like a stick.
So then we're going to do the exact same technique for the antenna hair twigs that are coming off the top of his head. And then once you have this all covered with tape, we're going to take it outside and spray paint it brown.
Olaf has 3 buttons on his body.
2 on the bottom, 1 on the top.
We're going to use cardboard for this and just a little bit of our foam cushion. We're also going to need a bit of black felt. Close that up a little bit. Ta-da!
Boop, boop, boop. So we are going to make some feet.
We're going to cut the foam into like a smaller strip. You're going to roll it up.
We're essentially going to wrap this like a burrito, but we're going to leave extra fabric on top that we can then hot glue to the bottom of our body. So for the arms, we're going to wrap the wire in some cardboard at the end, making some pegs.
Carrot nose, eyeballs, eyebrows. Let's get all of it on his face.
Olaf's butt. Olaf's torso. Yeah, that is awesome.
Really cool. Really cool. Wow! Wow! Oh my god!
In summer.
That's awesome. Thanks for watching our homemade movies, How to Make a Frozen Olaf Puppet.
Yeah, that's right. And come back in 2 weeks to see me in the homemade Frozen trailer.
Subscribe to Cinefix and make sure you check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Yeah.
All right, Olaf, you want to go to the beach?
I love the beach.
I know you do. Give me a high five. All right, and let's get out of here. Let's do it. Hey, what's up, buddy?
Crazy seeing you guys here.
Hey, it's hot.
Yeah, it's really hot.
Be careful.
It's way hotter than I thought it would be. All right, guys, I'm gonna go to the beach.
Yeah.